Hello everyone, this is Cindy, and I just wanted to show you this Halloween junk journal I've made. I'm going to put it for sale on my Etsy shop, Books by Burke. This is the journal that I made for Nick the Booksmith's Deserted Island Challenge, where we were only allowed to use 8 things. And once I was finished videotaping the flip through for that challenge, I decided to go ahead and make it into a Halloween journal. And the reason I chose Halloween was because the color's black and orange. And I know it's kind of getting late for anyone maybe to buy a Halloween journal, but I'm going to list it anyway. And I added to the, if you watch the other video, you'll see the changes I made. But I started out with just this paper and embroidery on the front that said journal, and I added this sequined candy cane, and then of course I already had this tie, and I've added this bone pin that I found at Dollar General. I thought it was just too perfect for Halloween. So anyway, that will be added. This journal measures 5 3/4 wide by 8 1/4 tall. It's got a 1 1/4 inch spine, and it's got 3 signatures. Each signature has 10 pages for total of 120 sides. And let's get going. I made the tie, if you watched the earlier video, just out of a strip of fabric, and I glued it together. We were limited on the number of items we can use, so that was how I made my tie. Alright, I made a pocket out of woven strips of fabric, paper that was left over from when I cut the tops off the tea-dye paper. And all the paper, that's the actual pages, is tea-dye paper. And then I made a bunch of tags, and you'll see them throughout, out of 3 layers of tea-dyed paper. And a lot of them I put stitching on it, because the original journal, we can only use so many things, and my needle and thread was one thing I could use. I've added this lace belly band, and then I made a booklet out of this image, and I'm pretty sure this came from Graphic Fairy, and all the images came from Graphic Fairy inside here except for one. Anyway, I just printed this one a little bit larger and just made it into a booklet. And these are 2 die-cut pumpkins I made from the old, I don't know if you guys remember, I think it's called Quick Cuts, where you use these sort of little dies. I had the pumpkin ones, so I cut those out with some scrapbook paper. And this is just scrap tea-dyed paper and some just book page. And this one had writing on it, so I just Mod Podged a napkin on top of it. So I made this little booklet and stitched it with some thread to put in that belly band. And I decorated a lot of the pages with washi just because the book was getting thick, and that's a way to add some decoration without adding some thickness. If you watched that video for Nick's challenge, you saw that I was able to deal with the gap. When you cut the pages out of the book, I was able to deal with that by gluing the title page to the first page of my signature, and that creates this big pocket. And I put the sticker sheets in there. These are the ones I had left over from decorating the journal, and then I just included another sheet. You can never have Halloween, of course, without Charlie Brown. This is just a design I got from Graphics Fairy that I just glued on the page. And you can see my original pocket from the Deserted Island Challenge. I decorated it with stitching, and then I've gone back and just added this image, and when I glued it on, I made it into a little pocket and added this other image that I've backed onto manila folder just to make it thicker. And here's one of those tags I made out of the layers of tea-dye paper, and when I originally decorated it, I had that strip of scrapbooking paper. I made it into like a belly band, and then I've since added this index card little journaling book that I decorated with Snoopy. Here's that double belly band, and this is made out of folded sheets of tea-dye paper, and there's one of those tags. And then I've added this one. It's a graphic from Graphics Fairy, and I just stitched around it with zigzag stitch, book page, and some tea-dye paper just to give it some thickness. And the original challenge, I used a lot of stitching on the pages just to give them color, because it was just all these tea-dyed pages, and that was it, between the tabs and the stitching. This is a index card I just put a strip of washi tape on, and this is a napkin that I Mod Podged onto a manila folder to make a tuck. And you'll see several more of these in the book. Here's a fabric pocket and a tag decorated with washi tape, and this is, like I said earlier, my heat gun just fell. That's the layered up tea stain paper, 3 layers of it. And there's some of the washi tape. This is a pocket or tuck that I made out of these. They are cupcake liners that I got at I think I got those at Goodwill for like 50 cents. And I just glued it onto a piece of manila folder, and then I zigzag stitched around it just to secure it even more. And this is just an image made into a tag. This is a belly band and just some scrapbook paper. Some more washi. And I used washi to decorate this flip. And I made this circle tag. I sandwiched 2 layers of paper together and put this cheesecloth between them. And the stamp is a Tim Holtz stamp. More washi. And all the, fabric tabs. This is a image from Graphics Fairy, and so is this. And I just made one into a tuck spot and one into a journaling card. There is a tuck spot, and this is the packaging that the what do you call that? Candy cane was on, and I just added some cheesecloth and this cut out of this witch's hat and a button, and some paper on the back, and just made a journaling card out of it. I kept it because I liked the green, and I thought it went well with these. Plus, it had that spider on there, so can't throw that away. This is a belly band there, and then a pocket. And here's another tuck spot with a strip of fabric that I just sewed on to secure it. That was made out of a napkin. And here is a tuck spot, and I made this journaling card. 2 pieces of scrapbooking paper, and then I just glued some black lace where they joined, and then it's backed onto some manila folder. Here is another pocket that I stitched around and then put one of these poison labels, and it made it into a little pocket. And it's just got this little label on it with another one of those pumpkins cut out from the quick cut dies. And this is another tag with a belly band. And this one I just made this was some paper, and folded it up and used one of those pumpkin cutouts just to secure it. And then put it behind this belly band. A lot of these tag ideas and journaling card ideas are in the videos that I have on my channel called 100 Tag and Journaling Card Ideas. And of course, I'm not claiming any of them to be my original ideas. I just wanted to explore making some different type tags and things. This is an envelope, and I didn't put anything in it because this journal was getting a little chunky, but I did decorate it with a digital print and then some cheesecloth. Here is another flip pocket that's got scrapbook paper on it, and another one of the Tim Holtz stamps with some manila folder on the back. Here is a tuck I made out of some more of that woven paper. And I just, on this journaling card or tag that had a little belly band, I just slipped in this little digital print of that poison label. And here's a big pocket I made out of this digital print of this crow or raven, and then just put in this scrap of scrapbooking paper that I just nipped off the corners and made a folding tag. And like I said, all these digital prints, except for that Trick or Treat one, came from Graphics Fairy. Here's that, cupcake liner again with a tag behind it. And some more washi. And here's another fabric tag with index card with ribbon glued onto it. And here is another pocket with stitching and a piece of scrapbook paper that I made into a pocket with a little tag in there. And then another one of those stitched 3-layer tags. Some more washi. More washi. Fabric pocket with a fabric decorated tag. This is a pocket stitched around with washi, and here's another one of those journaling cards I made out of the scrapbook paper and the lace and the manila folder. Washi fabric pocket with just a decorated tag. Another one of those tucks made out of the envelopes. Another one of these. And here's another flip with some washi and another journaling card with the Tim Holtz stamp of a bottle of poison. I didn't mention on the other signatures, but on the signature centers, both pages have stitching on them. Here's another double belly band, and I have 2 more tags to put in here. I think I'm going to put this coffin-shaped one. Oops, I didn't ink all that, so I will get that real quick. But anyway, I'm going to put it right there. That double. I show how to make that on one of those 100 tag idea videos. There's another one of those. And I have this ticket I'm going to include. It's for the Hugo Pumpkin Festival. And the reason I'm including it is because our pumpkin festival is at the Elephant Sanctuary. We have elephants in our town, so I'm just going to include that. Here, maybe I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put it here with this tuck. There. I know it's just a tuck with a small little leftover scrapbook paper tag. And I'm keeping it in place with these paper clips. I forgot to show you the one while ago. Another one of those tucks, and it's got a haunted house behind it, because every Halloween book has to have a haunted house. Here's another one of those tags with the belly band, and this just has a scrap of tea-dyed paper on it. And this little pocket's just got a little journaling card made out of scrapbooking paper and manila folder that I stitched around. And there's a tuck with one of these tags, washi tape, and then we're at the back of the book. Here's a tag. And this pocket is made out of the last page of the signature, and it's glued to the last page of the book, and that's covering that gap that I talked about earlier. So we don't see the gap for the spine. And here's another pocket that's made out of the woven paper. And on this tag, I just put the 2 pieces of scrapbook paper and a third one covering the joining. So that is my Halloween journal. I'm going to offer it for sale in my Etsy shop, Books by Burke. So you might check it out if you're interested. So I thank you for watching. Bye.